Why is the hole there in the first place?
That's the question. Is why is any of this happening? No one knows.
Because there's a cursed sword down there with the dragon guarding it.
That someone placed in a chest specifically so you'd find it.
Okay.
Yeah. Robert, I don't know about you, but my gaming life has been Crimson Desert and only Crimson Desert. I just like going out and finding random stuff. Like you'll go into a little town or a village and you'll go to loot a tent and there's just a hole there and you fall down and there's a cave and you go explore the cave, you get some loot. Yeah.
Why is the hole there in the first place?
That's the question. Is why is any of this happening? No one knows.
Because there's a cursed sword down there with the dragon guarding it.
That someone placed in a chest specifically so you'd find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
From DogHouseSystems.com, this is the DogHouse Podcast.
Welcome back to the DogHouse Systems Podcast, your favorite and the best DFW-centered boutique system builder podcast.
Yeah.
I think that's specific enough that we can claim that. Maybe not.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll find out. As always, I'm Lorenzo. I'm joined by Abby.
What's up?
And Robert.
Hello.
And we are bringing you the somewhat latest news in gaming tech and, of course, a little bit of AI thrown in there as well.
As always. Mm-hmm. Because, sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
We talked about it last week. Everybody's tired of hearing about it, but it ain't stopping.
There's not too much this time around.
There is not.
Thankfully.
I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off early on this one with a little bit of AI news.
The Pentagon announces new AI deals with OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, and more.
So just everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
They said they're announcing deals with the 7 of the world's leading frontiers artificial intelligence companies for operational use. According to the Classified Networks AI Agreements press release, SpaceX, OpenAI, Google, Nvidia, Reflection, Microsoft, and Amazon Web Services will deploy their LLMs across the Pentagon's classified networks for lawful operational use. The government said that this move will help turn the United States military into an AI-first fighting force and will help with the decision superiority across all domains of warfare. I wonder what decisions they'll be making using AI. I hope it's not anything too important.
The funny thing is, for lawful operational use,
very vague. Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, let's keep it lawful. Glad they specified that.
The funny thing is, when they announced this, I think I saw something about this a little earlier. Anthropic's not on there.
Anthropic is still not, a government AI vendor.
Refused to budge on the Department of War's demand to lower safeguards, saying that in doing so could be using their AI for mass surveillance, which is a little terrifying to think about.
Yeah, I hope that some of these other companies decided to reel back a little of their, or keep a little of their safeguards to guard against things like that.
Or is in their agreements with the Pentagon that it's not allowed to be used that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. I doubt we get much more information on this, given that it's something with the Pentagon. But yeah, hopefully it's used for lawful operations, as the article states.
All right. I promise. We talked about this last time. I found a article that kind of covers everything that's just been going down in the
world. Sometimes we just need to know what's going on.
Yeah. I promise I do not go out of my way to find these, but some of these ones that get covered this week I feel bad for laughing because, it is actually, bad stuff happens, but some of them just maybe could have been avoided. After
this section, we have mostly good and happy news.
Yes.
So just bear with us for a little while.
Yes.
We need everyone to be informed about different security and incidents in the world.
Yes. So last week, Mythos was talked about in the article. And somehow a random Discord group managed to get into Mythos, which is kind of ironic.
Mythos is, for those of you at home who may not remember, is the AI model that's supposed to be able to find and fix vulnerabilities in software
Yes.
very quickly.
Yes.
Had a vulnerability apparently that was
Oh, wow.
used by this Discord group to gain access to it.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Anthropic has come out and said that they are actively investigating a group who says that they have access to Mythos when they're not supposed to. So Anthropic said when they announced Mythos that it would be exclusive to certain tech companies for cybersecurity purposes. The original article that was posted the 22nd reports that Mozilla claims to have found 271 vulnerabilities within Firefox.
Is that good?
I'm not sure.
Because if you're Firefox, it's good that you're finding and hopefully fixing those vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
If you're a Firefox user, are you a little concerned that there was that many vulnerabilities in something that you used daily?
Little worried. Yeah.
I think it would really depend on what the AI finds with a lot of other people.
What they are, yeah.
Yeah, because if it's things that are common throughout all your search engines, then you really wouldn't have to be worried, because then if they were that easily accessible to use, like the vulnerabilities were that easy to use and steal information, that would have already happened across a lot of different platforms.
Yeah, if it's something that your browser or program hooks into that others also hook into, and the vulnerability is with that, then yeah, it needs to be fixed on that end, or maybe you can do something on your end to remedy it.
Yeah. Members of this Discord group told Bloomberg, who actually broke the story, that they didn't want to cause any trouble in Mythos. They just wanted to see how powerful it was.
Yeah, apparently they said they just want to kick the tires on and see how powerful it is.
Yeah.
I wonder what they tested it with. I mean, if you're smart enough to get access to it, I'm not sure if I could trust you with it at all.
Yeah. Meta has also announced that it will start letting parents see what their children are talking about with AI chatbots, which is an extremely good move on their part, for parents to be able to monitor what their kids are talking about. Yeah. Have either of you used Signal?
No. That's the secure messaging application, right? Or platform, I guess.
All right. Well, if you do, I guess there was a concern about the FBI being able to pull contents of deleted Signal messages from the iPhone.
Deleted Signal messages the FBI could pull up from, meaning that they were still being stored somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as I understand it, Signal allows you to send messages that then have a self-destruct feature, so they will delete themselves after a certain amount of time. You can also encrypt your messages end to end.
Yep.
So the idea that someone could retrieve that after the fact could be a little worrying if that's the whole reason you're using that platform.
Yeah.
Apple has pushed for a fix to the loophole that allows messages to be stored longer than intended. So their app will hopefully not be able to store any messages longer than they tell you they are. A Dutch Navy frigate gets outed by a Bluetooth tracker. A Dutch journalist mailed a postcard with a tracker embedded into it to an air defense frigate on maneuvers that is escorting a French aircraft carrier. It was active for about 24 hours, showing the ship leaving port from Crete, sailing west along the coast and turning up towards Cyprus before going dark. Dutch officials say that the tracker was discovered during onboard mail sorting and either deactivated or destroyed. So please don't do this.
Yeah, it sort of is along the same lines of service members using fitness tracking apps to log their activities and then that showing a GPS location.
There was a article that came out of, I want to say it was a French service member. I could be so wrong. He used the running app Strava to track his run. And that showed people exactly where his ship was stationed. So please don't do any of this. But as a result of this all happening, the Dutch government has now banned greeting cards and other mail containing batteries. So Microsoft came out and told all of their users that Microsoft Defender should be enough for everybody to keep all of their information safe.
That's generally the way we lean here.
Yeah.
We don't load a bunch of bloatware onto your PC if you want to install stuff after the fact.
Of
Perfectly
course.
fine.
Of course. However, they have had 3 proof of concept exploits turn up in the security tool. Now, 2 of these allow attackers to gain system level admin access to the computer, and one of them quietly prevents Defender from updating. The article that I'm referencing doesn't say which of the 3 is patched, but it just lets me know that there are only 2 now that remain unpatched. So, as a reminder, please keep all of your information safe. If you see an email that looks funky, the email looks funky, do not click anything on the email.
Yeah, we would strongly recommend updating your software when there's an update available.
Yeah. If you would like to have extra antiviral protection.
It's a good time
Peace
to
of
be
mind.
Malwarebytes or
Yeah.
Bitdefender or Bitwarden.
Yeah.
Bitdefender. I had it right the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bitdefender.
Yeah.
So
Bitwarden is wonderful for passwords.
yes, yeah. Password manager, Bitdefender for antivirus. Yeah.
Yeah. So just keep an eye out. All right. Well, that's all of the cybersecurity information I've got. I hope I do not have to come back next episode with another one.
I'm sure a lot of companies are hoping that they don't have any news in relation to it too.
People are looking for not have their name on a headline.
Yep. I hope that Dutch Ship is doing really well.
Yeah.
A lot of speculation over at Apple where people are saying that Apple is now abandoning or giving up on the Vision Pro. However, still hiring people into the Vision Pro department at the company.
I think I know the answer to this question. Have either of you used the Vision Pro?
No.
No. Okay. Me either.
Far too
We
much.
have zero insight as to how good or bad it might be.
It looks pretty good, like visually, but
Yeah.
it just feels like it costs way too much for what it is.
The keynote they announced the Vision Pro on looked really good. All of the renderings looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think they have enough interest
At the time.
in it.
Yeah.
Even now, I
Yeah.
don't think there's a lot of interest in it because it's basically a computer you just wear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing at the time a lot of like day one coverage for it from major tech review sites and channels online, but then nothing. I didn't even see very many like 6 weeks or 6 months out with the Vision Pro. What's it like? Whereas with the new Meta Quest, I did see quite a bit of content of this has revolutionized my workflow. I'm now using it as a head-mounted display, things like that.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
people were using the Meta Quest that
Yeah.
way.
But
It looked like Meta was mostly going for gaming, and people found a way to make it into a workflow.
yeah,
type
yeah,
of
basically using it as a
device.
virtual desktop.
Yeah, and Apple with their Vision Pro were trying to go for that desktop, professional, you can use it for work type of thing. And I guess the price point and just how high it was and just lack of people who actually do want to do that kind of knocked it down in terms of sales. It being priced at $3,499. And another contributing factor, its weight being 1.3 pounds, which is pretty heavy for a VR.
Yeah, they did in October of last year add a upper strap.
Okay,
To kind
help
of-
with the weight distribution.
Yeah. But Apple reportedly sold only 600,000 units, which in Apple terms
Is nothing. Yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
For us, it's a lot.
600,000 sales would be a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. That would be great unit sales. Yeah.
The speculation comes from journalist Mark Gurman on X, who is cited saying Apple broke up the Vision Projects group a year ago, splitting the team across software engineering and hardware engineering. Then Apple reassigned much of the Vision Pro software team to Siri and the hardware team to smart glasses. This is, however, being called into question due to recent job postings for the Vision Pro department still remaining up. So people are thinking maybe they are still having another plan with Vision X or Vision Pro, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the rumor is that they're, like you said, they're developing smart glasses. So I wonder if they're taking what they've built of the Vision Pros to turn into glasses.
That'd be cool. I think I'm not in the market to buy a Vision Pro.
Right.
But if I was, I think I'd lean more towards a smart glasses than a large display mounted to the front of my face rather.
That might also be a big part of why a lot of people may not have had a lot of interest in the Vision Pros is just they look like a set of like snowboarding goggles.
Yeah.
For the style points.
For the style points.
Just for how large and bulky they are.
Yeah. The really like terrifying thing, I watched the keynote when it launched. They did here's what other people will see. And it's
the
like
face
a
projection.
scan of your
Yeah.
eyes. It was terrifying.
Oh, gosh.
Would not recommend. I was like, get it off the screen.
Oh, no.
You know, comparing it to something like going the glasses route, the Asus gaming glasses, I'm not sure what exactly they were called, but I feel like that would be way more easier in terms of accessibility going out on a subway or something and you want to knock out some work and you can just have those on and not be too noticeable where everyone's staring at you because you look like you're an astronaut.
Yeah, I wear glasses every day, so if I could add some functionality to my glasses, that would be fantastic.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Maybe next year or the year after. We'll get a nice pair of basically a heads-up display.
Yeah.
Be cool.
I guess we'll see what comes out of this next.
Yeah. Well, World of Warcraft has a new expansion, Midnight, which has been out for a little while. And they also released a Cozy Treehouse Retreat Bundle.
Okay.
This is an expansion of their player housing feature that lets you create and decorate your player home for the first time ever, which is pretty cool. Except that the Cozy Treehouse Retreat Bundle will set you back a whopping $75 in real money. They have to exchange for in-game currency to spend on it.
Okay.
That is $25 more expensive than the entire Midnight expansion, which is pretty pricey.
The bundle does include 2 treehouse variants and a bunch of secondary decor items, or you could just grab the treehouses themselves for $40.
Yep.
But
And you can decorate and get, I guess, furniture, items to decorate your home with in-game purchases that you don't have to spend actual money on. But the tree houses are locked behind that at least $40 purchase. So if you're really into tree houses and you want a tree house for your home in World of Warcraft, check it out.
Man, how much does it cost to build a real tree house? Because spending
More than $40.
$40?
Yeah.
probably way more than $40.
Probably way more than $40, yeah.
Just grab a couple pallets and, take off the wood.
All right, I'm not trusting Robert to build a treehouse.
1, no. 2, we have a lot of pallets here because but I'm thinking if I wanted a pallet at home, where would I even find a pallet? I'd have to buy, like when we buy a pallet of cases or something, we get a free pallet with purchase.
Yeah.
You'd have to go to Home Depot.
Just buy some raw timber and cut it down.
You got to know some people.
Yeah. Sony had a little bit of a drama-filled week, I guess we could say. Yeah.
A large misunderstanding, which we are glad. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. A large misunderstanding, and we're all glad that it is a misunderstanding because we used to think that we'd have to check in almost like how Netflix we're trying to go every 30 days in order to play our games, logging in online in order to confirm the license. But Sony has confirmed that it's just a one-time check-in in order to avoid refund scams. So the DRM policy was originally thought to be a policy which would require you to sign in every 30 days in order to avoid your online games being disabled, basically, whenever you're offline for too long. A lot of people saw this as a Sony forcing people to basically say, once again, I'll remind you that you don't actually own your games. And if you're not checking in with us, then you're not playing at all, which was pretty scary at a time. I thought that if they went that route, I might just not even buy it.
Would you be done with
Yeah, I'd probably not buy
PlayStation?
another PlayStation game.
Wow.
If they went that route.
Maybe I'm just too forgiving of Nintendo, but they're pretty bad about this. So for on the Nintendo Switch, you can have a Nintendo Switch family, so you can share games.
Yeah.
So my wife's Switch and my Switch are part of that family. Anytime either one of us goes to launch a game, it has to go online and check that that specific game is playable, even if the other Switch doesn't have it installed, which means that it would only be installed on this console.
Oh.
Yeah, which is really annoying if you don't have internet. So in the past, I've had to sometimes just connect my phone hotspot to my Switch so I can go online and check that,
just to check
this single player offline game is playable.
Does this only apply when you're a part of a family?
Yes, yeah, only when you're part of the Switch family. Yeah,
I can kind of see that, but I can see also how that's
it's very annoying.
very annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't yet sworn off Nintendo like you would for Sony.
Oh yeah.
In that instance,
No,
yeah.
if it was just for a party thing,
Yeah.
I would kind of understand. I wouldn't
Yeah.
swear them off like that, but
every time you launch a game, if that's the only console this game could be on, would be pretty.
it's
pretty
kind of
bad.
unreasonable on that one.
You want to know what I learned a couple weeks ago? My sister really got into wanting to play some Lego PlayStation games. And so we ended up figuring out that we had some 3 and some 4 PlayStation games. And you can't play PS3 games on a PS5 without a subscription to the
PlayStation Premium. Not
yeah.
even just Plus. You have to get the Premium,
You-
the
Premium
highest.
version.
You have to get the
subscription.
highest, just to be able to play the game.
That's even if you have the physical disc.
Yeah.
Is that
That's
even if
abs-
you have the physical disc?
That's absurd.
You
that's
can only
ridiculous.
play it with the subscription. You can't play it if you have the physical copy, I don't think. Because it's not compatible with the PS5.
Yeah, and it'll just probably stream it when you get to the premium service.
Wow.
So that makes me a little upset with PlayStation right now. So
That is ridiculous.
there was
I would think that having the physical disc would mean you could just do whatever you want with it, but apparently not. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So now I can only play The Hobbit.
Well, in other gaming news, I guess, Microsoft has done something actually pretty interesting. I'd say good on the whole. Microsoft announced, this was on April 21st, that starting the 21st of April, Game Pass Ultimate will drop in price from $29.99 to $22.99 a month. That's their top tier, includes game streaming, play on PC, play on Xbox for most of their Microsoft and licensed studio games. PC Game Pass also dropped from $16.49 a month to $13.99 a month, and prices may vary by region, they said. One gotcha with that is that future Call of Duty titles will not be available on release day. If you're subscribed to one of these tiers, you'll receive that game as part of your subscription the following holiday season, so about a year after release, which means that if you subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate, Microsoft values a day one or a purchase of the latest Call of Duty game at about $84. So they're saving you $84 a year, but then you don't get to play Call of Duty on day one. You can still purchase it, but then you'll have another copy of it later, I guess. Which is kind of confusing.
Boo.
Yeah, $30 a month was kind of a lot for, I guess, still kind of a good deal if you don't already have an extensive game library.
I feel like I wouldn't even be able to play games that fast enough to justify that.
No, yeah. If you're just looking to play the latest games or there's a backlog on there that you want to play, it's not the worst deal in the world, but I still purchase pretty much all of my games for better or worse on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you can't complain about a price drop on a subscription.
Yeah, and if you were planning on buying the latest Call of Duty or playing it anyway, you could buy it for less than $84 if you don't buy the deluxe edition or spend on the battle pass. I don't know. Speaking of Steam, the Steam controller finally has a release date.
Woohoo!
This would have released already on May 4th for $99, which is kind of steep for a controller.
Wow. Yeah. You asked me earlier if I was going to get it. And now I didn't even see the price point. Looking at it and looking at all the features, I think that's not that too crazy compared to what other controllers are right now.
It sort of rides the line between a standard console controller. Like you had mentioned, if you own a console, why not just use that controller? It's kind of between something like a DualSense and what is the higher end version of that? Because I know that's over $100. Is it the Edge controller?
I'm not sure.
DualSense Edge, or like the Xbox standard controller and the Elite controller, which is I think $150 or $200.
Elite controller is one I would remember.
Yeah. So it looks interesting. The biggest draw to this is the gyro capabilities. So you can aim with motion, and it also has 2 trackpads built in as well.
Yeah.
That's why it looks the way it does. I was trying to figure out what the trackpads.
It looks a little funky. Yeah.
I'm wondering if that would be annoying. I want to just have one.
If it like will reject your palm, because I imagine like the palm of your hand would touch that.
Reaching for your thumbsticks
cool.
and you got your palm accidentally touching the trackpads.
Do we think that if you're in the game where you're playing with the thumbsticks, that the trackpad would turn off?
There probably are tons of games that probably don't have any like controls at all.
Yeah.
I know if you're using Steam Input, you can just disable them outright. But then why buy this controller?
Right.
This mimics a lot of the controls from the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So Steam Deck had the same 4 buttons on the back and trackpads. That was really nice on the Steam Deck for navigating the interface. Yes.
Sorry, this is going to be really dumb. What is the point of the trackpads?
So I guess going back to the Steam Deck, the Steam Deck was a handheld gaming PC. So if you need to navigate a menu or bring up an on-screen keyboard or
it's like a mouse?
It'd be a mouse.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you can map them as a trackpad, as a mouse, as another input. You can even have different regions like top, left, right, center assigned to different button or action inputs.
Okay.
So very customizable.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm leaning towards the $99 isn't that bad, but it's still $100 for a controller.
Yeah.
The
latest controllers that aren't like pro versions of the base ones are nearly like $60, $70. So I can see this one being like a kind of like on the pro end of the high controllers of of Sony and Xbox.
Yeah, I think the new Switch 2 Pro controller is $90, I think.
Wow.
Which is pretty expensive as well. That does not have trackpads, but does include gyro control and I think rear assignable buttons as well. Yeah, but if you were playing like a real-time strategy game or a game that had was designed for mouse input, you could use the trackpads for that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
35 plus hours of gameplay on a single charge. That sounds pretty great.
That's pretty good. That is Switch Pro controller levels. Yeah. My DualSense does not get 35 hours.
Absolutely not. No. I can't even get, feels like I don't get a full hour with mine.
For the longest time, I was a Xbox controller only. We were an Xbox controller only household, but constantly recharging the AA's, so we got rechargeable AA batteries, was a pain. And then I finally made the switch to the DualSense. It's been fantastic, but the battery does not last really as long. Yeah, but this will come with speaking of charging, a little charging puck that magnetically attaches to it for charging, and also serves as your wireless adapter if you don't want to use Bluetooth or plug in with a cable. So reviews are pretty positive. We might need to check one of those out.
Yeah. The controller launched May 4th at 10 a.m. So
in other gaming news, Robert, I don't know about you, but my gaming life has been Crimson Desert and only Crimson Desert.
every single conversation I think I have with you people, there's some form of like Crimson Desert brought up.
It is. It's a good game. I still don't know what's going on with the story because I haven't been paying very much attention to it. But I just like going out and finding random stuff. Like you'll go into a little town or a village and you'll go to loot a tent and there's just a hole there and you fall down and there's a cave and you go explore the cave, you get some loot. Yeah.
Why is the hole there in the first place?
That's the question. Is why is any of this happening? No one knows.
Because there's a cursed sword down there with a dragon guarding it.
That someone placed in a chest specifically so you'd find it.
Okay.
Yeah. Or why would you walk up to a waterfall, stab it with your sword, and then magically fly through it and then find a bunch of gold that you can't loot, which is very annoying, but also a chest with a random piece of armor just there for you to take.
All right.
Yeah.
Have either of you gotten to the dragons yet?
No. I got a legendary, and I'm putting legendary in quotes, wolf mount that at some point died and I can't summon it anymore. It's I've searched online. Apparently it's a bug. So I just can't use it anymore. So I guess I don't
That's
get to.
depressing.
Yeah.
It was so cool for the one time I got to use it.
He was so excited.
Yeah.
It sounded so fun.
Yeah.
I
was
hope
great.
it
All right.
doesn't
So
happen
when you finally get there in the game, I hope that it doesn't just bug out and disappear.
All right,
forever.
Perlibus, we need you to patch this bug.
They have been releasing patches left, right, and center. Yeah.
Lorenzo needs his wolf mount back.
I need my wolf back. Yeah. Well, the game has been doing so well, in fact, that Perlibus has paid its employees a 5 million won bonus after they reach 5 million sales.
Wow.
So that is about $3,400 per employee.
Okay, sorry, per employee.
Yes. No. Yeah.
I
So
was like, oh my gosh, the exchange rate is crazy.
yeah, no. So yes. So each employee received that bonus, which is pretty.
Okay, so they have 1,323 employees. So that would be $4.5 million US
Wow.
as a total.
And 6.6 billion won.
Yep.
Yeah. So
That is a crazy exchange rate.
Perlibus CEO Jin Young Ho told staff, "I express deep respect and gratitude for the hard work of each and every one of you who created a result the world is enthusiastic about." So yeah, great game. Employees are being rewarded. Hopefully they are sleeping and eating and taking care of themselves because they have been releasing patch after patch to address lots of bugs and oddities in the game.
Everybody gets an app.
Yeah. If you're listening from the Perlibus headquarters, please
Go take a nap.
go take a nap.
Go rest
Get
your
the
head.
wolf bug fixed.
After you fix the wolf bug, yes.
Solve the wolf bug. Go take a nap. Go rest your head.
And if you have not yet checked out Crimson Desert, go check it out. It's pretty great. So we talked about Sony and your willingness to completely ditch them if they make you sign in every time you launch a game. The other side of Sony Entertainment, their media creation division, is doing something pretty cool.
Yes, and they've just released a trailer for their up-and-coming horror film, Resident Evil, an adaptation of Capcom's horror games. It is being co-written by Shay Hatton and Weapons director Helmer Zach Krieger. The film does not feature established characters from the Resident Evil universe, such as Leon Kennedy or Jill Valentine, as their aim is to create a new and original story. The plot will introduce a new protagonist, a courier delivering a package who finds himself in the middle of an outbreak in Raccoon City.
The article actually answers my question. There have been 6 previous Resident Evil films. I was going to ask if there weren't
How
there
many
a
are there? Yeah.
series of Resident Evil films. So
Yeah, I'm assuming this one's not going to have any connection to those prior ones because
This is like a new cinematic universe for Resident Evil.
I'm guessing it's the same universe, just a different event. like
Okay.
a different perspective
Okay.
of what happened back then. Because the Raccoon City is a popular, a popular just point in all of the games. It's the first major outbreak it's the location of the first major outbreak that happens in the game.
So for people who don't know the Resident Evil story, can you give us a brief overview of it? Yeah.
It's pretty much, a lot of people think it's zombies, but it's a virus that pretty much turns you into a zombie. And what happens is there's always some major villain who wants to spread a virus or ends up accidentally spreading a virus. And there's just a group of either the military, the government, or even just a cop that goes out and ends up in a circumstance where they have to either escape a city, try to put a stop to the virus that's spreading, or just survive.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. The trailer was good. Looks like they're going for more of a horror aesthetic rather than an action horror type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think plenty of Resident Evil fans are excited to see this one. I'm not sure if there's many live action ones. They're mostly CGI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. In other gaming brought into maybe the real world news, Diana of the Pragmata games has made it onto X.com. So the account at Pragmata Game or Pragmata Game posted as Diana, hack complete. Hi everyone, it's me, Diana. I'll be posting here for a little bit, so I'm so excited to learn about Earth from you all. Let's play together, okay? Abby, you look very confused, so I'll give you a little backstory. So the game, I think we talked about a few episodes ago, you play as Hugh, a astronaut, sort of, and you have a little AI companion, which looks like a little girl, and you, as Hugh in the game, nickname her Diana. The internet has become obsessed with Diana, saying that it's awakening everyone's want to become a father and have a child because it's very animated and emotive, I guess, in the game. It just looks like a little girl. When I first saw this post online, I was worried that people would just be weird and maybe attack this account, but people have, for the most part, been pretty wholesome with the interaction. So
Yeah. I've come across some of her posts in the wild, and they're all pretty funny. And I even saw one where she says that she met one of the characters from the latest Resident Evil game, who's also a child, and it's like, here's my friend Emily. She seems to have been going through some pretty sad stuff, surviving a zombie apocalypse.
yeah.
And it's nice to see them bring some wholesome events and even kind of collaborate with some of their other games.
What are your thoughts on this? You can cut it if you don't want to.
I don't even know.
That's fair. Yeah. If you're looking for some wholesome online gaming interactions, maybe check out the Twitter threads involving that. They seem to be pretty tame.
So the Madden football series, where you actually can play NFL games out however you would like, has had concussions in their games for quite a while. This was due to John Madden's insistence, because concussions are actually a super big talk in a lot of contact sports. They then, in Madden 13, basically just kind of slimmed it down to head injury, because it was kind of a, not really, I want to say taboo, but it was like a conversation a lot of people didn't want to have at the time. But thanks to the Derek Shealy Foundation, Madden 26 has a mod where concussions are back, along with the effects of having a concussion. So when you are using the mod in Madden 26, if a player sustains a head injury in the game, you'll experience some of the commonly reported effects of a concussion. That includes headache, shortness of breath, the ringing sound that you can hear, light sensitivity, nausea, dizziness, and other symptoms. And it will all manifest on screen for you. So the foundation is hoping that it will be a educational tool for those who do play Madden, mostly because a lot of the concussions are not actually taken very seriously. I mean, they are now in the world of contact sports.
Yeah,
so.
But if you're playing a game and you just see someone get hit really hard. You're just thinking, oh, haha, I just got that guy. You're not really thinking,
Yeah.
oh, man, in real life, that could have actually hurt this guy.
Yeah. So the American Medical Society says that it is estimated that there is as many as 3.8 million concussions that happen in the U.S. every year during competitive and recreational sports. And 50% of concussions go unreported. The Derek Shealy Foundation was founded for a 22-year-old college student who suffered a head injury during college during football practice and ended up passing away. So his parents started the foundation to help spread awareness for concussive head injuries. So
It's a pretty cool educational tool.
yeah. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that Madden 26. Okay, this next one is, I want to say it's a rumor. It does say a leak, but Nvidia could be bringing back the 3060 with 12 gigabytes of VRAM to help the ongoing shortages. So the rumor is that it will drop in July, but I guess we'll see if they do actually release it.
Yeah, we've been hearing a long time that they're going to bring out the old 3060.
Yeah. So the 3060 was released about 5 years ago and was considered entry level at the time. It is, and Lorenzo can confirm or deny, it's around 10 to 15% slower than the 5050.
Yeah, 5050 is not a huge upgrade if you currently have a 3060. But it would really depend on the price point. I believe this being brought back is supposed to be slotted in under the price of the 5050.
The article that I'm referencing does talk about how the biggest advantage will be the VRAM capacity, with it coming in at 12 gigs. So it should, and again, Lorenzo can confirm, should be able to handle a bunch of games.
Yeah, it should be able to handle higher resolution games a little better than the 5050, but importantly does lack more advanced versions of DLSS. For example, 4.5 will not run as well on a 3060 as it would on a 5050. So there's that trade-off between, do you want to rely more on DLSS 4.5, or are you good with DLSS 4 or 3.5, but at a higher resolution for your game?
So this latest report comes from a leak on the Board Channels forum, where a user claimed that most of the new chips will be allocated to Nvidia board partners. So the leak says Colorful, Asus, MSI, and Galax will get the first batch of chips, but it's not clear if other manufacturers will receive stock. They do suggest supply will be limited, which raises a lot of questions on how impactful the 3060 graphics card release is going to be on the market.
I'd imagine somewhere at Nvidia they found a box under someone's desk of a bunch of 3060 GPU dies and decided they were going to use those now. It does also help a little bit that the card uses GDDR6 instead of GDDR7. So if there's any old stock laying around under someone else's desk, maybe at SK Hynix or Samsung, they could use those, so that doesn't take away from the supply for current gen GPUs.
From NVIDIA's perspective, the card is based on an older 8 nanometer silicon, so its manufacturer will not eat up the supply lines of the newer cards. But I guess we'll see if it draws enough interest.
Maybe if you're still on something older than the 3060, might be a good time to upgrade, because these should be a little cheaper than even the 5050.
Yeah. Yeah, speculating sub 250 at least, but who knows?
Again, it's a rumor from WCCF Tech, so.
Yeah.
Definitely cheaper than 5080.
Yes.
And definitely the 5090.
Oh, yeah.
So there is a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game out, Empire City. And Robert, I think you have some thoughts on this one.
Yes, I got it day one of release. I actually pre-ordered it. So they had a little discount going for people who pre-ordered the game. Got it for about $20, and I started it up and expecting to have the maximum amount of fun a turtle can have fighting ninjas, and I was actually pretty disappointed with the combat aspect of the game and the general stealth. However, I'll give it credit where credit's due. I can see how it's garnered so many positive reviews and who it could be fun for. For me, it's too easy. And it seems like it's something mostly marketed for what like a kid would play with their friends. So it has a 4-player co-op. You're going out doing missions as any of the turtles that you want to pick from. You can have your friend be Donatello while you're Leonardo, and you guys can go out and fight against the Foot Clan soldiers. And by yourself, it definitely just feels like an empty world where you're just going up and hitting the next guy 2 times and walking to the next. It doesn't feel like it doesn't really feel like a challenge going around. However, I can see with friends, you know, anything's fun with friends. So multiplayer is always a plus.
Gotcha.
It looks like a mashup of the of 3 different Ninja Turtle shows.
Yeah.
The original from the 90s, the early 2000s, and then that, what is it, the 2010?
You mean like the live action movie?
No,
Okay.
the 3D version.
Oh yeah, the like
It's
quote
from,
unquote
like-
more modern 3D. Yeah.
From the 2010s. It's like those 3 kind of all mashed together. Like that's the art style.
Yeah, like the environment's one different art style. The Turtles characters are a whole nother. I actually like the route they went with the Turtles characters. They look pretty cool, and I like how they went with the more serious one rather than the ultra cartoony ones that are out. But the environment does match the ultra cartoony environments. I
Yeah.
can definitely see what you're talking about.
Yeah, because they brought back characters that were in the original 1990s show and not in anything recent
Oh wow.
too. So
Yeah, like April. I was surprised to see her look. She's normally younger, way younger
yeah,
than her normal modern look.
who is it? Bebop and Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
It's the
Rhino.
rhino and the pig.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in any media since the 90s show.
They were in the recent beat 'em up 2D side scrolling game.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the first set of bosses in that game. But yeah,
And that game was meant to cater towards the older,
arcade style. Yeah,
arcade style of Nintendo.
Yeah, that game was a blast. That game was really fun.
That
We
was
played it
fun.
through multiple times. Yeah.
I feel like I'd have more fun on that one.
Oh yeah, that was fun to play solo or with up to. I think that one supported up to 6 players total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you played as the Turtles. You could play as Master Splinter. Play as I think April was a playable character as well, and there were a couple others you could choose from. That was really fun.
I'm blanking on the hockey guy's name.
Yeah, I blanked on his name
Casey.
too.
Casey.
Yes,
that's what I wanted to keep
yeah,
saying.
Casey's a playable character too in the game.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. And that was a lot of fun.
This game does require a VR headset, so unfortunately, if you want to play it, you're going to need
Yeah, VR only for Empire City.
for Empire City.
The new one, yeah. If you're looking for a lower cost alternative game to play with your friends, maybe we might classify it as friend slop depending on how many times you play it. Sledding game
Wait, this is so cute.
is very cute and also on sale.
Oh my God, they got little butts. I'm so sorry. They're so cute.
Yeah, they kind of look like turtles. Turtles, frog
I
type
think they're
thingies.
frog. There's a various animals
Yeah.
You could be a lot of.
Yeah.
Little frogs.
Sledding game is a game about sledding and hanging out with friends. Smiley face. It's an early access game, so it's not done yet. May change. But it's on sale until May 14th. 38% off to bring it down to $4.95. And one of the top reviews was a great friend slop game. is the review.
I guess we can identify it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it looks like just a fun time sliding down the hill on a little. What would you call that? It's not a bobsled.
It's just a sled.
Just a sled.
Just a sled.
Standard.
Hey, from the looks of it, you don't even need that. I see some of these creatures rolling down
They're
the
just
hills,
going
just
downhill.
tumbling.
It's got the rag doll.
Yeah. Look, it looks pretty fun. Might pick it up.
They drew a little butt on him.
For listeners at home, Abby has turned around her laptop to show me the artwork from the game. Wow. So
How come the black bear immediately loses his sleigh and he just starts falling?
I don't know. Whoever,
You gotta hold on.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
Can you play this on your computer?
No.
This compatible? No. Okay.
Oh,
Maybe.
no. Windows 10. I cannot. Man, all right. That stinks, but that's okay.
Don't worry. The hard part is getting a friend to enjoy it with, who would actually buy it and get on.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you're one, trying to convince someone to buy a game.
Yep.
But if it's bad, you feel guilty for making them spend the money, and also guilty for spending your own money on that bad game.
Hey, feeling guilty is an option.
you could also have no guilt. Yeah, you could do that as well.
There could be no guilt.
Yeah, there could be no guilt. But if you have not been following our blog on our website, you should check it out. Abby posted a new Meet the Parts series introducing you to the CPU, the brain behind the build.
Just kind of breaks down what we think y'all should be looking for in a CPU. And in case you're not familiar with, the CPU as much, go check it out. I definitely learned a lot of new stuff writing that article.
That's great. Go check it out and stay tuned for more.
Yeah.
That is about all I have for our fantastic listeners this week. Do you have anything else?
That's all I got.
Goodbye. No outro.
Right. No. Well, if you have thoughts, questions, concerns, comments, Abby, how can people get in contact with us?
Yeah, you can email us at podcast@doghousesystems.com. You can leave us a voicemail at 972-810-4347, or you can DM us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and Threads at Doghouse Systems.
Thanks for listening. We will be back in a few weeks.
Yeah, toodaloo.
Goodbye.